As we welcome you to Manila and the Paco Arena, the race is tight and thrilling in Pool D of the Invitational Conference of the Spikers Turf. As I said, here in Paco. Chef on the Diet FEU wants to emerge out of today's tussle, pulling far away from the rest of the field. And, there's nothing guaranteed, though, with prime positions in the next round. They're at stake. So stay here where power and passion make for a lethal concoction of action here in the Spikers Turf. We are assigned 2 games. Tease po kayo sa aming ni Noringo. But it's going to be a good set of college teams hitting the volleyball court here in Paco.
Yeah, and you have to mention, no, as we approach the midway of our eliminations, it's a mad dash to the top 2. So all games are very important. Alam mo, all teams want to win their remaining games.
Okay, let's take a look at the team standings in Pool D to understand why Noreen just said everybody's going bananas in the race to get to prime positions.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Chef on the Diet FEU, they're the only undefeated teams, but they're not yet secured because anything can happen. PGJC, Navy, and Savage 2-1, Xentromall Generals 1-1, then Alpha Omega and Lyceum. But basically, you just want to make it to the top 2, so you want to actually, take care of all your games.
Exactly. Now let's go and review some of the games that these 2 teams are that they played before. Chef on the Diet defeated the Bayleaf Hotels, and Bayleaf is part of the Lyceum University system. At ang ganda ng eskwelahan na yun, meron silang hotel where the students can learn how to hotel and restaurant management. And in that last game, 3 sets. Oy, tingnan mo, Chef on a Diet, tapos hotel. Ang sarap naman ng kombinasyon, pero straight sets win ang Chef on a Diet FEU on that day.
Yeah, they really look good. We're talking about the post-Mark Calado era for FEU. But they started out really strong, 25-12, 25-15, 25-22. So, this team is just trying to rebuild, but they're looking good. For them to win in straight sets, that's huge for the confidence of the youngsters. No? Even a new coach, well, that's Coach Ray Diaz. So it's good for the FEU program.
And this program also, these Chef on the Diet FEU, they were down 2 sets against the Navy team, and they clawed back and stretched it to 5 sets to win on that particular day. But that's a thing in the past. Let's talk about Jomel Codilla and the 10 points that he unloaded against Bayleaf on that day.
Yeah, we have to mention that was a day wherein FEU emptied their bench. Not because of a brawl, but they wanted to give all the other players playing time, obviously. But still, Jomel Codilla really stood out. A lot of points, spikes, blocks, ace, and dig. So, could he be the next Mark Calado? We will find out through we will follow or monitor his progress throughout the tournament.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the Xentromall Generals. Now, whenever I talk about PGJC Navy, I'm thinking of Cecil Cruzado.
Yes.
And what a bad day it was kung matalo sila, but what a good day it was. Like nanalo sila sa Xentromall Generals on November 5 in 5 sets.
Yeah, that was, how many? 2 hours? 2.5 hours. But if you look at the first set, 25-16, you would think that PGJC Navy would cruise through the match. But this young Xentromall Generals just would not give it to them. They forced a 5th set. And I didn't watch the game, but I heard their floor defense was impeccable. So they're going to use that strength in today's game.
Think about the floor defense. That's going to be one of our questions that we're going to ask in our polls in the course of the day. Of course, yung Generals, they're called Generals because they do represent the Emilio Aguinaldo College team, and they're called the Generals because General Aguinaldo was a general. And this was the game they had last time around, but Erwin Osabel against Navy was red hot on that day.
Yeah, we always want to name new names, to mention new names all the time because we discover new talent. And Erwin Osabel was one of them, obviously, against Navy that went 5 sets. He scored 18 points. And we have to mention that's his debut with the team, so he's just new. So a bright future ahead for Erwin Osabel.
Iwas na tayo. Nakaiwas tayong 2 bola. Ito susunod na magsasalita. Tatamaan na ng bola ito. Sige, pagbutihan mo dyan, Iha.
One of the best things about this Spikers Turf is our dedicated fan base, kaya naman we want to hear from all volleyball fans online, especially on the Pilipinas Live app. And we have a question for you guys right there asking which team's floor defense will stand out today. So that's a very interesting question. You guys know the drill. Download and subscribe to the Pilipinas Live app. You can also join in on the conversation online with the hashtag SpikersTurf2023 and on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And so without further ado, we have Chef of the Diet FEU versus the Xentromall Generals up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match, our first referee, Fernando Velarde, national referee. Second referee is Bobby Celso, national referee. Let's call on the starting lineup for our chef on a diet, FEU. Outside spiker number 2, Jomel Codilla. Setter number 3, game captain Ariel Cacao. Opposite hitter number 9, Drixa Avedra. Middle blocker number 11, Lyric Mendoza. Middle blocker number 14, Martin Bugawan. And outside spiker number 15, Andre Dolicana. Starting libero is number 4, Bryce Tuguzman. And the head coach for FEU is Ed Orculio. And now the starters for the Xentromall Generals. Middle blocker number 15, team captain Kenneth Batian Sila. Middle blocker number 9, Israel Encina. Opposite hitter number 14, Ruther Abor. Outside spiker number 16, Marvin Romero. Setter number 18, Paige Paglaon. And outside spiker number 22, Juvie Mangaring. Starting libero is number 8, Bim Diones. And the head coach for the Generals is Rod Palmero.
Tinamaan ng bola kasi yung ating plug dito kanina ng warm-ups eh. Kaya hindi agad umandar ito. In the meantime, yan po ang starting roster ng Xentromall Generals. At nakita nyo ang starting lineup ng Chef on a Diet FEU. It's an ironic name but you can't help but recall it. You have a problem if the chef is on a diet. But I'm sure there is a reason why it is called. Siguro healthy ang kanilang approach.
Yeah. Well, that's the marketing side to branding. You're correct. The brand recall.
FEU currently at the top of the standings. Iyak, not a bad team. They're very masipag. Gusto ko yung energy nila. Actually, this is like a collegiate game. In the meantime, this is long on the eve. It's the first point of our match.
Oh, that's Juvie Mark Mangaring. Not the tallest, but went for that kill. I mean, you're excited to see what he can do.
Yeah.
No, because again, you feel more for players or athletes that are not gifted with height.
What's that game you and Cheeky did? And I was teasing you on text. You did, that was grabe yung game na ginawa. That was Spiker's turf, I remember. It went into 5 sets, di ba? That was grabe yung game. You were oohing and on because the game was really.
That was VNS.
VNS naman pala
against, oh my gosh.
Okay, remember it. Meanwhile, we have a score in the corner. And Chef on the Diet FEU advances by a point here. The serve now will belong to Benny Martinez.
I need to check.
It's okay. In the meantime, this serve way out. And that's the second point. By tabla pala tayo, 2-all.
Okay, Saskin, PCU versus VNS.
Okay.
If Spiker's turf,
Yeah. Kasi, di ba, wow, sabi kong dalawang to, you two always, even in VNL, di ba, you had one, yung Japan-China, di ba?
Yeah.
So much fun pag kayong dalawa. In the meantime, that is reached for. It becomes a set. Romero forces it, has to reset. The send to the other side. Naku, lakas. Home run.
Now we can see the Generals are fighting really hard, but they have to check their errors.
No, they have to calm down. Both sides have to chill. Chill. It's all right to be focused, enthusiastic, but you gotta chill because it affects your discarte. In the meantime?
Yeah, and for me, it's all right actually to get blocked. Then you work on your coverage. But when you hit it out,
that's a good point. Medyo, you lost a chance to score for you.
Yeah.
Di ba? Tama yan, tama naman. Gandang punto yan. 3-all. Eto, si Aborang magsiserve. Cacao is there as the setter. This spins away. And FEU is taking care of the lead right now at 4-3.
But it is really a close start to this first set. You like the defense of both teams. Blockers were there. You know, even if the ball brushed through the blockers, at least you know challenge was there.
Yes, you like the energy of both sides. It's youthful, it's collegiate, and these are young men who are looking for their own place in the volleyball horizon. Paglaon making that set for Encina. Ooh. Ooh. Hinabol ni Paglaon. Blocked. And that's out of reach. It's 5-3.
Good defense displayed by FEU. But there's one thing, I was looking at the stats in their previous match, no, in which they won in straight sets. We mentioned they won in straight. They played perfect except, no, okay, they didn't play perfect. They played in all the categories pretty good except for their errors. They committed a whole set of errors, 25 errors in 3 sets.
And those errors are translate into points. Vienna's is all around town. They're playing in the PNBF and they're playing in this tournament and they're playing again tomorrow. Earlier they played also. There's a double block and an open space. The Generals make that score.
Well, was that Mangaring with that block? It was. Well, you know, he said, I was so excited to see what he can do.
He's not exactly the tallest gentleman on the floor, but I'm sure he has springs on his heels. That serve looked long, but FEU committed. Cacao setting it up. It's in the air. Paglaon, Mangaring. And we have a lively exchange. Cacao with a send to the other side. Oh, it's still alive. He'll blast away.
Oh, it is still alive.
First long rally of the match. Cacao will reset.
Oh,
Dionis is there.
Overpass.
Counter Puto. Back row, Delicana. Hala, hanggang bukas to. Kain muna tayo. Oh, it died suddenly.
It's always so sad, no? If there's such a good rally that someone's gotta lose a point.
And sometimes it's outright fatigue. Napagod na eh. Hindi uminga. And it usually ends hindi maganda, hindi on a point eh. It's a mistake usually.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Mangaring. Lumili pa dito ng taon to para ano ito ha? May pakpak sa paa.
Well, FEU, that was a broken plate
Yes,
still.
it was. And let's go with the serve of Lyric Mendoza. I haven't been watching the men's games sa UAP. It must be very lively and the exchange have been nagkaroon din ng transition from the years of Ateneo being strong and then NU being strong. We'll get back to that point because we have the technical timeout and we'll talk more about that after this.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. It's been more than 2 weeks since FEU's last game here in the Spikers Turf. At kwento nga ni Coach Ed Orculio, puspusan daw talaga yung naging paghahanda nila here versus the Xentromall Generals. Una, sabi ni Coach na ang greatest strength ng EAC ay kanilang depensa. Kaya the way to win in this game is to prioritize speed over power. Pangalawa, sinabi ni Coach sa players niya na mahirap pumuntos against the Generals, so they should never allow themselves to relax in any point in the game. Pangulit, ang pinakamalagang paalala ni Coach is for his players to always ask themselves, what can I learn from this? And to apply that mindset in every point, in every set, in every game they play. Back to you guys.
And do it very quickly. Nice report, Doreen Soy Baguio. And in the meantime, it's sent into the air. I've noticed that the NCAA volleyball team, they have some great programs there. Sa UAAP, I'm sure ganun din because di ba nagkaroon ng strength yung Ateneo for a while with the Marcus Pero era and then NU later on. So nagkakaroon, do you think that may transition or NU pa rin ang barometer?
Well, for now, based on what we've been seeing, because we are treated to NU joining these tournaments, so we see their progress, and I feel that they still, whoa!
Sobra. And there was a Spikers turf here. They won against Signal in the finals.
That was a huge boost to their program.
Yes. And just shows you how talented and how good a coach Dante Alinsonurin is. In the meantime, FEU with a 3-point lead here in the opening set, but that's trimmed to 2 after that service error.
Well, how many service errors? I think that's 3 or 4 service errors on the side of FEU, and we did say, you know, that's their Waterloo, really. Their weakness is errors. Everything else, they can attack, they can block, but it's the errors, and they need to check that. Overpass. Oh, good save.
I mean, this on the regalo, a bit of a regalo there. Jomel Codilla misjudging, mishitting, and everything went wrong there.
But the coach will always appreciate that they're being aggressive.
Correct.
And, you know, just make the adjustments when the opportunity arises once again.
Move on to the next point. And down the middle we go.
Saavedra. Well, we were introduced to him in the UAAP. He was still a rookie, and he showed so much promise.
Yes. Jomel Codilla will be our server. Our count is 10-8 here in the opening set.
Very close. Oh.
Kanyong. Pasok yun sa kanto.
And you and I, don't you appreciate the sound of a crisp contact with the ball?
Yeah,
Talagang solid.
You know, from the sound, it's actually going to work. If the set is nice, okay, fine, the reception is good. But the set is nice and the sound follows. Such a magical moment in sports. That is not going to work from the middle for Ruther Abor.
Well, we talked about the errors of FEU. What about Xentromall Generals? They need to check that as well. It's a pretty close set, but now they trail by 4.
That's into the net. Kasi alam mo rin sa men's game, lahat ng halos ng serve kargado eh. So they'll go for it.
And we notice, the coaches don't even react anymore
No,
if
not
it's
anymore.
the net, right?
A one-handed set. And that is right there in that hole, which has not been covered by the Xentromall Generals. Is it a challenge? Yes, it's a challenge.
That was close.
Moment on television for the assistant coach. Look, diba? Net touch challenge.
Challenge with a smile.
Yeah. Merong challenge na mas ungit eh. Di ba? May challenge na. May tawag na ako sa challenge pagka timeout pagka yung 24 na. It's called the freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Let's see. Nandito sa ayaw ko pangunahan po ang ating challenge eh. Nandito sa tabi ko yung ating challenge, but that's the protocol. Can't show anything to you unless they make it. Here it is. It looks like a yes.
Again.
No.
I think they were contesting the follow-through of the hit, which they kept rewinding to the body not touching the net. What I wanted to see was the follow-through of that hit, whether that clipped the net.
Yes. Okay. That's blocked. It's in play. That connects for Romero.
A great setting, we have to say. They were trying to split the blockers, and Romero just takes advantage of a not established block.
Let's go with the serve of Ayak, and it goes out for Kenneth Batiansila.
He is the captain, and we, as we were mentioning the errors, they give yet another service error.
And let's go with Saavedra's turn at the service area. The Tamaraws in the lead right now, 5-4. Dionis gets to it, and the quick connects, and Sina right at the top of his jump and the top of the flight of the ball.
What a perfect pass. We did talk about the floor defense of the Generals, and they're showing us exactly that.
Abor will be serving. Counter quick! Oh, yes, sir. Abor unable to handle it.
Yeah, combination play. Dalicana just powering it through. You can see, FEU going to a lot of combination plays if possible.
It throws off the blocking. Throws off the defense. You don't know where it's going to hit you. On two. Kept alive with an elbow, but it's out of reach.
Did he use his head to try to keep that ball in play? Well, some numbers here. Errors for FEU, 6. For the Generals, 5. So pretty close as well.
That's why it's still 15-12. Uh-oh, that's borderline. Muntik na yun, huh? And that's long.
Well, it's getting closer here. Just a 2-point game.
Oo nga. Kanina, mas malaki yung distansya. So, some overcooked shots. Not hitting their targets. Let's go with Marvin Romero.
Oh, good pass.
Saavedra, Cacao. And the shot that time by Codilla. Here's Mangaring. Lumili para mga tao.
Oh, good save.
Dionis with a one-handed pickup on the ground.
Oh!
Ala, si Dionis. Tuwan-tuwa.
Well, you always have to credit half that point to great defense, and Jan Abor just from the pipe.
Alam mo, mga libero, they take pride in their work. And they're so disappointed when they can't get to it. And that's out of reach. And look at this. It's tied at 15. That 4-point lead just disappeared.
Yeah. But again, because the Generals, they're known to really work hard. They're going to make their opponents work hard for their points, and errors will not cut it.
Romero's service in play, kept alive by Abor. Here's Mangaring. Did he get the corner? No.
They're asking for a check ball.
Oh. the universal sign for check ball. It looks like a Korean heart.
It looks like a snap also.
Yeah, but you gotta move your fingers to show that it is.
Boy, crucial. It's
Yeah.
15 all.
Yung momentum of the match could be decided by this challenge, actually.
I think it's more critical for FEU because you can, obviously, because the Generals have tied this game, you know that momentum's on their side. Coach
Just
Rod.
Moments away now. It's an anxious moment, really. It is.
Silence.
No,
Don't say anything.
Library.
Right? Even the entire...
Andyan yung library. Huwag kayong magulo. Ito na. Nadinig ko. Ito na po. Ito na po.
Oh!
Mukhang anino yung tumama.
No, and also you like it now. You think it'll hit, but the exact moment, diba?
Yeah.
Mag-get separate sila.
Exactly. 16-15, technical timeout.
Since nandito na po lahat ng mga professional teams, club teams, syempre yung pinaka-goal ng team namin is makuha yung championship. Pero bago yun, gagawin po namin yung step by step, kumbaga, makapasok sa quarterfinals, sa semis, and syempre sa championships. Tinatawag sa tama raw na be brave, yung laging matapang sa court, and yung ipapakita namin yung angas namin. Yan po.
Yan ang magandang naidagdag sa kultura ng FEU as a sporting, the sporting aspect of their lives. Mga kaibigan, huwag niyong kakalimutan panoorin ng PBA 3x3 second conference tuwing Lunes at Martes yan. Sa One Sports, PBA Rush at Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3, laro at laban ng tatlo. Nagtanong nga, pwede ba ang volleyball 3-on-3? 2-on-2 nga nagagawa sa beach volleyball.
That's a good question, actually.
Yun ang suplado kong answer. Naalog pa net eh. Bang! Aray ko! Cordelia has a very lethal shot. Bang!
See the elevation?
Oh, ang taas. You saw the same thing. I was about to say the very same comment. Lumilipad, ano? When natitiklop mo yung paa mo sa ere, here, high up there.
Kaya mo naman yun, ha?
Dati. I have a picture. I'll show you one day.
Yes, please.
There was a time we were young, all of us. In the meantime, Romero with a great stretch. Reverse set! Kaboom! Is it?
Oh.
Is it? It's out. Ganda ng rhythm na yun.
Well, they have to, you know, if you're the Generals, you did a pretty good job in chasing FEU. The call didn't go your way, but you got to forget it. You know, now you find yourself down by 3.
The other libero is on the floor now for the Generals. It's a Kakao.
Oh.
Have you noticed sa Rizal Memorial, the ceiling is so high? Taas, ano? So yung mga bola hindi maabot sa taas. In the meantime, I think we're gonna step into a timeout called by the Generals.
Magpapatong ka. Intindihan. Pwede naman paikutin eh. Sige lang. Kailangan lang ulit natin pumasa. O, yan na naman. Tapos, bablock tayo pag bumablock. Tingnan mo muna yung flight ng bola. Ang baba-baba ng flight ng bola, nakatingin ka sa tao. Anong mangyari? Hindi mo talaga mabablock yun. Kaya talaga niyang ipihitin yung bola sa kaliwat kanan mo kasi hindi mo naman nakikita yung flight. Tingnan mo yung flight. Pag nakita mo, wala! Xentromall!
You know, all the years that we've been doing this, diba, there's some lines that coaches, it's more of reminding than anything else, no? It's not really strategic during the game, except paminsan you hear a shock nila sa, tumba tayo, sige, kaliwa, tapos, sige, pass mo. Diba? But it's I notice it's mostly reminders.
Yeah, I mean, like you said that, because especially, remember we covered the VNL?
Yeah.
The coaches just give one-liners.
And then let the players go, no?
That's it, right?
I remember the coach, the Italian coach of the Netherlands, exactly doing that. You need to play better. Sabay layas.
Yeah. Even Coach Karch Kiray.
Karch Kiray,
One-liner, and then that's it.
Is it because ang dami iniisip din ng players at that moment. And their hearts are pounding. And they're feeling bad because they're behind. Marami iniisip eh, no?
I think not. I think it's more of because in practice, you're already prepped for a game,
okay,
you know?
okay.
You practice different scenarios. And during timeouts, you don't want to, you know, what do you call that? Information overload. Yeah. You don't want, because you want them to focus on their task at hand.
Good point, good point. In the meantime, it's FEU, Chef on a Diet, beginning to take some strides towards the end of the first set. Minya is going to be on the floor for serving duties for Xentromall. Iyak.
Yeah, I'm sure he is a defensive specialist as well, and they need that. We did talk about that being their strength.
That's a tough job, coming off the bench. Oy, mag-serve ka. Wicked. Down 2 defenders who end up sprawled on the floor, bringing FEU Chef on the Diet to its 21st point.
But I have a counter to that. I mean, we know as athletes that it's hard to give a good serve when you come off the bench. But then, because of the birth of the serve specialist, that's your moment of glory. You cannot make excuses that I'm cold, I won't put it in, right?
That's absolutely correct. 22-16. Romero misreading that actually entered the fair territory of the sideline. The serve is out of control, though, as that shot by Ariel Cacao, their setter, too much muscle on that one.
Well, FEU, of course, you do not want to give the Generals a window here because it's a pretty comfortable lead, given what has transpired here in the first set.
It's 22-17. And continuing to pepper that end line, actually. And timeout taken by the Generals.
Magkadikit kayo, tinalagyan nyo ng gap, saan lumusot? Base area muna, pag sinabing base, yung pinractice natin. Ikaw naman, nakatago ka dun. Kaya ka pinasok dyan para hindi magpahirap. Papahirapan mo, dalawa lang passer. O nag-usap pa kayong dalawa. Ay, ba't hindi kayo nag-uusap? Ano mangyayari? Ayan yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, huwag niyong hintayin magkamali muna bago niyo ma-realize. Secure niyo na nga muna una. Ano bang mangyayari una? Pasa muna. Di, pag-usapan niyo na yung pasa.
And talking about coaching, sometimes you need to do the riot act. Because you feel that your team is in a stupor, they're frozen. Di ba yung madalas sabihin, hindi kayo nag-uusap, di ba?
Yeah.
You need that alarm ka, wake-up call. Siguro naka-snooze, ayaw gumising.
pang third na snooze.
Down the middle, that's neatly done. Abor with a good hit.
Well, you see the talent, given FEU, but the Generals, you see these combination plays.
Linis, and that combination play is crafted with repetition, constant tinkering with. This is a shot, but Dion is unable to contain the heat.
Well, how quick. It was so close, but how quick FEU just breezed here towards the end of the first set.
And they are at set point. The other libero of the Xentromall Generals is Earl Mangandan, wearing number 10. He's currently on the floor right now. And here's a serve for the set. Mangandan gets to it. Romero with the fireball. And they save us at point.
Yeah, and the blockers are actually there, but you see, Romero was able to get it through. Saavedra was there.
And Sina will come back in for Minya. $24.90. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that was Absin. I saw Absin who came in, but
in the meantime. It's rejected, but reset. Yeah, you're right about Absin, number 22. Alam mo ito, hindi international competition. Kuminsan nadadagdag yung player sa dulo eh.
Thanks, because I was looking at...
Yeah, I was looking at my list also.
He's not there.
He's out there. Just stepped in. And my name is Absin. I'm here to finish the set. If you don't know me, you know me now.
I think Charles.
Ayun, sige.
I think.
Okay. At natapos po ang ating first set at 25-20. Maagang pag-surge ng kupunan ng Chef on the Diet FEU. Okay, 25-20 nang matapos po ang ating first set at maagang nagpakawala ng mga malalaking bomba itong FEU at they took the early lead and the initiative of that first set.
Yeah, I feel FEU really is the more consistent team. They do still have their errors, but that will... A lot of teams actually, like let's talk about Signal men's team.
Okay.
They tend to commit errors no matter how good they are. FU's one. So hopefully in time that will change. Numbers, we said it, their strength, attacks, blocks, serves, but their errors.
Oo.
It's like, yeah, it's like...
Kaya naging 25-20. Without, if you cut that in half, di ba? Laking diferensya nun. But that's the game they will play.
It's working for them.
Yes. So, tama ka nga, si Absin is si Charles.
Charles.
Talagang diretso na. Absin. Ano first name mo?
He said, Charles.
Charles po. The other libero, Sena, is on the floor for FEU, Chef on the Diet FEU. And the first set ended at 25-20 in favor of the Tamarans.
Yeah, but it was close, you know, at the start, towards the middle. But yeah, I mean, FEU just stepped on the gas at the end of the first set.
Ganda ng battle cry nung FEU, ha? And our friend Mark Molina, who's the athletic director, maganda na add yan. Be brave as a battle cry for that team. All across their teams, ha?
Be brave.
Be brave. In the meantime, here we go. Glad you're joining us for the Spikers Turf on this Wednesday. It doesn't matter where you're following us. Have Sarmento Noringo, and we've got Doreen Swai Baguio taking care of talking to the players and reporting the events along the sideline. We are in the second set. First point of the second set has now been scored by Diet on a Chef on a Diet FEU. Ooh, ito na naman tayo.
50% right off the bat. But we were talking about coaching, no? I was looking at the coach of Xentromall General. I said, he looks so familiar. Oh, yeah, he's Coach Rod Palomera. He used to coach UP Men's. So I would see him. Yeah, and I remember I like the way he coached because he's so on point when he talks, when he explains.
Yeah, I think we've heard that here today. Meron bang mga those who are mas experts sa women compared to men and vice versa? It just so happened na there are some nagmagaling sa pareho, di ba?
It's hard to actually, that's a very good question because it's hard to actually say who's good, who's not. Because like Coach Dante Alinsunuri, we knew him to be a great men's coach, but he's coaching Chocomucho. And so far, so good. So is there a specialty? Supposedly, yes, but people can cross over. You know, it's how good they are.
We've seen Oji Mamon do that with UST men and then go to the women and go back to the men. Oliver Almadro has done that. So it's an interesting, maybe it's really skills and so many other considerations, I guess. 3-2. Romero. Paglaon. The blockers are there all around that heave. I think it's a check ball. Look like a check ball. Tumama, pero they let it fly. The players, look at them. They're reacting. Kasi parang tumama sa siko eh.
And parang sa Avedra was guilty eh. Parang it was a slow walk after that, waiting for them to call the check.
Tapos parang, wala. Yung bulong pa bulong na, wala, layo eh. Kung gagalaw. Kung walang challenge, wala. Kung gagalaw, wala eh.
Pwede ka rin scriptwriter, ha?
Masyado na matagal sa volleyball. Ito, score natin 3-2. Masaya kanina, Mosi Ravena, our tournament director, and Maki Puela, we were talking about the libero and the nuances of how the libero can attack. Look at this.
Deja vu. Oh, but they called the check.
Oo, actually, even later on, actually, pwedeng ball in, ball out eh. Tumama sa siko, feeling ko. Well, anyway, it's a successful challenge. No, Mosi and Mac and I were talking about how the libero can attack. At saka may rule eh, yung hindi pwede yung hand ng libero is higher than the net. Yung last nuance. Oh, well done. Combination play of FEU is thwarted by the Generals.
Good read. They're showing us now they can also defend, not the tallest of teams, but what timing displayed by the Generals.
Sometimes it's your grittiness defensively that creates your offense, but that serve is offline.
And you know, like us as fans, when you really look at a smaller team and then they get to block the bigger teams, it's
a thrill,
more fulfilling for the fans.
Here we go. Sa Avedra. What's the call? Overreach.
Illegal back row
attack. Yeah, okay.
Because he tried to save that overpass, but it rolled towards FEU's court, so that's an automatic infraction.
Kung minsan kasi yung signal for overreach and back row seems so similar eh. But there's that hand motion that creates the difference actually. In the meantime. Oh, Mintis. Andre Delecana missing.
Obviously, he wasn't comfortable with that set. You know, when he went up, he tensed up. You saw it, that split-second delay, and that changed the entire flight of that ball.
5-all, rather. Hello, where are we going? This is out. This is out.
It was out.
But Delicana was committed. Sabi niyo, kayo naman, masyado kayo excited. Ayun naman eh.
I want to prolong the rally. Same result.
Pero it was out, really. It was palipat palang pabalik. It was looking out.
Well, we always say,
When in doubt, go.
yeah, and he just did that.
Baba ng toss niya eh. It was really a low toss. I'm so glad we haven't decided to make it like a tennis serve, no? Yung dalawa.
If there are two, this will take forever, a volleyball match.
Buti nga, naisip yung 25-point, rally point eh. Saka yung last set,
15
lang.
no?
But grabe yung isang araw, no? 24-22 yung last set.
And then a 39-37.
In the meantime, that's on the ground. FEU scores anew. They are ahead and approaching the first technical timeout with a 7-6 lead.
But such as what happened in the first set, the Generals doing a good job in keeping this close. They're just waiting for a spurt.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Spurt, they grab the lead and hold on to that.
Absin serve is in play.
Oh, good save. Good save.
It's kept alive, Madarang.
Oh! Oh!
Wow. They all headed straight to the exit there.
A for effort
Absolutely.
for the Generals.
And you want that for your team, not to let it die that easily. Back in a moment after the technical TO.
FEU versus Xentromall here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Just being here in the Spikers Turf is already a dream come true for 19-year-old Ruther Abor dahil kwento niya, grade 2 pa lang daw siya, namulat na siya watching the UAAP and the NCAA and he grew up manifesting that he will play on the same stage someday. Kwento pa nga ni Ruther, nung bata pa siya, women's volleyball pa lang daw ang mga pinapalabas noon and he expressed how proud he is to be a part of this generation where men's volleyball is getting support and attention. And that's why it's Ruther's dream, alongside his dream of being a flight attendant, to become a part of the national team and the generation of volleyball players na magpapatuloy pa ng pag-usbong ng men's volleyball in the Philippines. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Don't you love it when a young person like Doreen uses the word manifesting? Diba? Ang ganda naggamit ng manifest.
Manifest.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy action, and that's a great story from the report of Doreen Zoy-Bago, sorry. In the meantime, that is inside. I was talking to the referee, one of the referees. I sought clarification on that, on the signal for the back row, yung just that recent violation, back row player at saka yung overreach. Pero tama ako eh, yung motion. Kasi nakukunan sa camera ko minsan, yung gano'n na lang, yung ginanon yung kamay. Sabi ko, sir, bagalan nyo. Pakilamero talaga. 9-6.
But there are similarities though.
In the meantime, absent. Kasi,
Nilagyan mo naman ng, you made him a drink. He said absinthe.
did I?
So, absinthe.
Absinthe, okay.
Absinthe is a drink.
Is it a vodka?
It's a
Gin.
70% alcoholic.
Okay.
Drink.
I'm not a hard drinker, so I have no idea. 9-10-7 count.
Absinthe.
With the TH at the end, ganun ba yun? Okay. So, absinthe.
Absinthe.
Didiin ko yung last name. 10-7 po ang ating score. Ito po ang serve ni Benny Martinez. I like the fact that you learn something new about the rules every day. And this guy, Cordelia. Of course, di ba ikaw ginugulo kita pagka di ko alam, te-texting kita. Ano nga ito? It must have been fun when you became commissioner, no? When you learned a little more about some of the rules.
Yeah, but you realize it's like learning a new language. If you don't really practice, you know, you forget a lot of them.
Kasi itong mga refs natin, they go through workshops, seminars, constant upgrading, di ba?
Yeah.
Because their rank depends on the number of workshops and seminars they attend both here and abroad. And their exposure to tournaments here and abroad.
And abroad, yeah. It's like us when we're watching international tournaments and then you see, you know,
I miss
one of our referees.
Yeah, si Josie in the meantime. Del Rosario?
Yeah.
You know who I miss? It's a Korean lady referee.
What's her name?
I forget. She's so poised and pinagagalitan niya lahat ng players. She doesn't care anong nation kayo. I loved it when she once called, I'm going to make a referee's challenge. That I love. I'm not sure, sabi niya. In the meantime, back to reality here. And the Spikers serve, 13-7. Offense yata ang problema ng kupunan ng Iyak, ano? They can't get their offense in tune.
Yeah,
their defense seems to be okay, but their offense is pattering.
That's true. That's true. Very sporadic. And we did say, you know, they're waiting for that spurt because we see, you know, individual points here and there.
That's a good block. Solid.
Yeah, great read. You have to realize that Bugawan is the man to stop. He is the highest scorer right now with 9 points. Aveda with 3, Godilla with 4 for FEU. So that was a smart decision to block the top scorer so far.
Kenneth Badcancilla took care of business there. Down on the ground, but kept in play. Oh, the Guzman is there. That's a nice cross-court shot, and the defense crumbles there.
But what a set. What a set. I mean, back set, jump set. Out of it, you got to see that. Oh, that came from a really good set.
Swimming time. Oh, that's always scary. Kasi pwede magkauntugan. 14-9 tally, 9 for the EF Generals. They'll do that time and again. And did he get it? It's outside.
Wasted opportunity for the Generals. That was a great pass. That was an opportunity, but they hit it wide.
Jomel Codilla is still going to serve. Mangaring and Juvie has been reinserted into the Generals' 6 on the floor.
Remember in the pregame we talked about Irvin Ozabel?
Yes.
Struggling today. Now subbed once again, goes back to the bench.
Number 12, itong si Bon Saria is on the floor. And they're looking for a spark, really. Number 5 of Chef in the Diet FEU, Jelord Talisayan, is going to see some action.
Overpass.
Yes, huli. Amor with a simple tap. Scored the point, make it 15-11.
Well, they can start here, you know, this rotation. That's a great serve. Just continue to challenge defense.
Keep it in play.
Yes.
Keep it in play. And that is unreachable.
Yeah, and that's adrenaline for you.
Sobra ng tama yan. Magbabalik po kami ni Norin at ni Doreen sa araw na ito after these messages.
Gusto ko talaga iangat yung team namin ulit. Kasi from our batch, parang sa NC kasi madalas kaming nasa taas. So kami halos lumalaban ng championship for NCAA. Malaki yung pressure ni coach kasi nag-expect talaga siya na maiangat namin yung team. Pero at the same time, okay naman kami kasi excited kami talaga maglaro and ipakita ko ano yung meron yung team namin.
Poging-pogi si Juby, mukhang bagong kupit eh, no, ha? First ever NBA in-season tournament this year. And you can watch all the teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4 to December 9 only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal and hashtag always a fan. Block. Absin Charles. Huli.
Oh, good save.
Yes, indeed. Huli!
Oh!
Hindi matiis ni Charles Absin.
Yeah, we saw this in the UAAP. Saavedra, Absin teaming up.
Alam mo, I know why the officials don't want that quote-unquote taunting, but sometimes it's emotion, especially in the college game.
It adds spice to the game,
I like it when the referee allows a little.
Yeah.
Bagal. This is a completely new lineup for FEU, actually. Adesir.
Good cover.
Oh. And the hard work on this side created that point.
And the hard work paid off, but what about that vertical leap? Look at this. He just goes cross-court. I mean, not the perfect approach, but still gets the point. That's how talented he is.
Yes, si Coach Dave, sumasayaw dito kanina. Trying to show the footwork that is necessary. Napaka-hands-on ng volleyball coaching, You're constantly reminding, compared to basketball coaching, it becomes strategy. You don't remind Aroni Magsano how to dribble the ball or how to set, di ba? But the teaching is continuous. Basahin mo yung set, basahin mo yung bigay mo yung
But it also depends on the level, I feel.
Yeah, okay.
Right? In school, especially if you're in high school.
Endless yun, endless teaching yun.
College still. When you're in the pros already, that becomes
a little less.
A little less, yes.
That's why Dexter sa signal.
Dexter Clamor.
In the meantime, let's go with this serve by Saavedra.
Good serve.
Sidax Saavedra. And there's a skid on the floor. Iyak has had some good moments but not strung together.
Yes.
And it comes from the fact na nauunahan sila ng FEU.
Well, you can already sense the offensive power of FEU, very athletic. But with that kill, you could think that is an option when you change things up and go to the drops.
Oh, Charles can fly. Charles, I thought they'd give it back to him. Floor defense, not a problem for the Generals. And this one is inside. Well, Balisayan ended up inside.
Oh, I mean, he took one look, one peep back, and he knew.
Yeah. And as usual, yung akala not counted.
Yes.
5 ang lamang ng Diet team, and that's inside. Chef on the Diet is still ahead now by 6.
Adesir, the hitting end of that combination play. Look at that, just a one-on-one.
And a new player has been fielded. It's Jemo Salonga wearing number 25 for the Generals. Good effort, but out of reach.
Well, if you're the Generals, okay, that's one stop. You have to now really score. You're down by 5, but if you said 20, so you have to chase.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes. Here's Romero's serve. De Guzman has it. Martinez. The push by Talisayan. Paglaon. Oh, the bullet is neutralized.
Oh! Well, miscue there. Those are the errors that a coach hates seeing.
Actually.
Right? They were there. You just need to say mine.
Yung nga sinasabi ni Coach Dave, usap kayo. Up. Challenge ba? May challenge ang chef on the Diet FEU. You can do that even as the point is being played out. Might as well do it soon rather than later.
Well, you have to be absolutely sure because you're stopping a rally. You know, no point has been awarded. You could have actually won that point.
Yes.
Right? But
yes.
you have to be absolutely sure.
(2016). It's a full day of men's volleyball action here in the Spikers turf, where passion meets power, of course. It's a season of a ton of volleyball, and I'm sure all of you volleyball fans are enjoying the buffet of volleyball that is available all day long.
The fiesta.
Fiesta. Wala pang ang NCAA at UAAP dyan, di ba? Wala pa. And that's coming in the next semester yata.
Next year.
Next year, which is the, kasi classes now end in December. Iba na yung school calendar.
Oh, so it's not Feb na? Oh, well.
Good question.
Wait for the announcement.
Wait for the announcement. And the decision has been made. Tingin, tingin, tingin. Yung ano, yung kamay. Yung kamay. Yes.
It was just crazy because he started out with his hand over the net in the court of FEU.
So it becomes 21-16 second set. We have another new face. This is Raymond Sabanal. Seeing action, pulling out number 14, Martin Bugawan.
You know, when I first saw Martin Bugawan, I said, okay, he's JB Bugawan's brother, but he's been improving so much. Good game.
I love it when the libero applauds a good dig. He's encouraging his teammates. Huwag niyo sayangin yan. But it's 22-16. Charles Absen will serve now.
Well, Talisayan was able to get that off a blocker. There's no slow-mo, but I wanted to say that was a good example. If you're going to block, you have to be 100% committed to the block. Not you're going to jump and then a hand is, you know, can be touched.
That pierces the defensive wall. Alam mo, blocking both timing and technique. Timing, when do you fly up, soar up, where are your hands? So many things to consider. And it's such a boring drill in training. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. 2 people, 3 people.
Especially for the middle blockers, you feel for them double time.
Talo na nga ako sa opensa, pati depensa. Well, that's your job. Overpassa. Nagawa ng paraan.
Wow.
Oh, Talisayan can fly.
You like the way he just directed it, no? Not 100% force.
Ganda ng observation. Hand action, no? Talagang. Ito.
Okay. Case in point.
Oh, no.
It's just placement with just enough power.
Yes. Benny Martinez will be serving. Taking a moment because he's going to do this. And they burn the back row. Glenn Adesir unable to get into proper position to dig it up cleanly.
But they're still trailing by 5.
The rhythm of the game is not going the way of the Generals, you know. Xentromall is now behind. Here comes that freeze I was talking about.
Freeze.
The set freeze. Let's listen in.
Nahihirapan kasi walang gumagalaw doon sa sinasabi ko. Hindi nyo ba naiintindihan yung sinasabi ni Coach?
Naiintindihan po.
Naiintindihan nyo, igalaw nyo lang. Wala namang masama na sumunod. Ang masama nito, hindi nyo sinusunod, nagkakamali pa kayo.
Yes po.
Nakita mo? Wala lang tayo ng tama. Yun lang naman ang kailangan nyo dyan para makita nyo. Pagka nagkakamali na yung sinabi ko, tsaka hindi ako mali.
Even.
Go, go.
You get the feeling the coach is your dad, and dad is giving you a morning after a party sermon the next day. And hiyang-hiya ka, no? Yung can't move at all. But sometimes you have to coach that way, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're an outsider listening, it's like it's so vague. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one thing
yeah.
that they get.
Yes, because it's something that they share. Ooh, I'll call a bit of a lift on Samanal. Yes.
No, that was a lot of lift. That wasn't a bit of lift.
Because sinalok. Kinuha ko mo ng tabo, tapos tinaas yung bola. Eto na. Natapos ang ating second set sa tunog na 25-19. Chef on the Diet FEU is in charge of this match and threatening to ice this game in straight sets fashion. We'll be back with you shortly. I have a question for you, nothing to do. Why do they give us a countdown of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5? You know why? There are only 10 fingers. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because there are only 5 fingers normally. But this is nothing new as FEU is in full control of this match.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as what happened in the first set. FEU just looking really slick, you know, out there in court.
That's a great word, partner. Slick.
You like that?
Yeah.
Can I use that
It's
with
not,
manifest?
It's not an Instagram word. It's slick.
Okay, numbers. Attacks 13 to 10. Again, in favor of FEU. Blocks, better blocking on the side of the Generals. One thing you want to do again in set number 3. And look, less errors for FEU in set number 2.
Yan, from 11, bumagsak sa 7. Ano? Okay.
Xentromall naman 10. Yeah, but, you know, you saw that. You know, FEU's just playing with the system of Coach Orculio. This is the Generals trying not quite there. You know, they need a boost some way, somehow. You're right. They need a spark, a catalyst.
They're looking for somebody to ignite this offensive diet. They brought in a new player, number 7. This is Brian J. Cabrera. It's BJ. And let's see what he can add to the team that's fallen behind 2-0 here in this match. FEU, Chef on a Diet FEU is in charge of the pool that they're in. They are looking for their 3rd straight win. In their pool, they have PGJC Navy, Savouge, Xentromall, Alpha, and Bayleaf, of course. What is the call? Net touch.
Net touch, yeah. On Kenneth Batiancilla.
It's hard for the second referee, you know. Yung titignan mo yung net, ano, that's your foremost concern.
Yeah, whatever happens by the net, the crossing, dapat you see that if you're the second referee. You cannot be watching the game, you know.
In tennis, meron yung net referee who holds on to the net, and he or she will call a let. If it's a good serve, one more serve again. But sa volleyball, hindi pwede. Kailangan good lahat ng serve.
That's about volleyball. It can touch the net.
Yes, indeed. Bugawan with a clean hit and makes it 2-1 here.
Well, he's still so young, and you imagine he's got a lot of years ahead of him. He's going to chase his brother.
Kailangan ng wake-up call nung iyak ng Xentromall. Down the middle, Romero gets one to connect. And Romero was thinking, may problema ba? And then, okay siya. It's counted. He had some doubts. But it's challenged.
I think it was Bugawan who was so sure that it was a legal receive. Silence.
The library is on.
The library
Ako ang
is
gusto
on.
ko talaga yung challenge, may dancers dapat mapapasok. Diba? Kesa nag-aantay tayo nga may dancer na pumapasok. Para masaya, diba? Parang mga cheerleader sa college. Diba?
So that should, next time, each team should have their own,
or the league should have their...
Laker girl, mga ganyan.
Diba? Hindi mo pwede mag-raffle.
If you want.
Meanwhile, while the challenge is going on, ticket number 321 is won.
Nasa countdown ka pa rin. Because there are 3 fingers na lang.
There go. Oh, floor touch ba?
Oh! That was a legal defensive stop. Look at that. And that's Bugawan.
So, how does this... It is a successful challenge. That's really a tough call. Pero, pinaglaban nila no? Sige, game.
Yeah, Bugawan was the one who said, sure.
Sure. Oh, lampas. Ano yun? They got the play mixed up.
I think it's just a misset there.
Misset.
You know, at this level of competition, you're in college already, you don't want to be seeing these.
Here's a set. Romero, sorry. Knocked it in. Yes. He has been flying in this game, but he needs probably a little more, some more sets here.
Yeah, he is the bright spot for the Generals.
It's a 3-2 count. Chef on the Diet FEU is with a slight lead, but leads in the set count 2-0. It's on the ground. Mangaring unable to get it in time.
Well, broken play for FEU, but they still get the point.
And that's what I miss about this game, rolling on the floor. Tapos nakukuha mo yung bola.
Yeah.
And see, battle here. Tinaas. And that's not going to connect. It's fought for by the front line, but that's missed completely. Delicana unable to cross the net.
Yeah, he was looking at the lights, you know. I'm sure there are blind spots.
Alam mo, sa FIVB, there is a certain light exposure and there's a certain temperature for play to continue. Mintis.
Good dig.
Oh, absolutely. Kinaliwa.
Oh!
Alay! Buhay Tuloy pa yan. Hindi pa tapos. At pero lampas na po.
For what defense by FEU, although the hit was out.
We have a new face on the floor for Chef on the Diet FEU. That's Mark Sabado wearing number 13. Here we go with the serve of BJ Cabrera.
Yeah, and we know that Coach Arculio likes that, no? Likes giving the bench players the opportunity to play.
Kahit sandali, no?
Yeah.
Well, they're in command of the match, so this one is rejected cleanly. Romero all dressed up with nowhere to go.
Yeah, the 3-man block for FEU proves wonders. Three-man block.
Coming to you wherever you are a bit late on this one. Kasalanan ni Paulo Del Rosario at ni Ronnie Magsanok itong 5 sets sila kanina. Oh, but what a battle there. In the meantime, umikot, pumihit. Buti na listohan yung bola. Here's a nice set. They're going almost exclusively to Romero now. It's on the floor. Hule.
You know, at least he's getting it through. You know, I mean, he's fighting. That's what I like about Romero. You need somebody to charge, to lead the charge.
Let's go now with the serve of Andre Delicana. Romero tips it over the blockers. Double block, but out.
Yeah, smart hitting there. Actually, he was out of position. Still, he kind of twisted to make sure the ball, you know, is brushed off the blockers.
Chef on the Diet FEU just oozing with confidence here.
Yeah, you can feel that.
It's almost like a swag, actually. A nice one. Romero is foiled. They go back to him. He is foiled again. But there's no whistle. There is the whistle, so we play on. Until you hear the whistle, you keep playing.
And a great stop on the side of Marvin Romero there. Was that Romero? I think it was Romero with the block.
You know, I love it when the referee doesn't blow his whistle. Yung control, ano? It looks like patay na, pero hindi niya tatawagan. That's galing.
Galing.
Galing. Oh! Solid hit. And we arrive at the first technical timeout of the third set. FEU has a commanding 2-0 lead.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Nareen and Sir Seb, just a little story on FEU setter Ariel Cacao that I personally find very heartwarming. Even before he went to FEU, very vocal ang father ni Ariel that he wanted his son to pursue business so he could help run the family business someday. And that's a huge factor kung bakit financial management ang kinuhang course ni Ariel in college. But in the back of his mind, gusto niya sana ipakita sa tatay niya yung passion niya for volleyball when he plays in the UAAP. Now, his father passed away during the pandemic. Hindi niya naabutan yung debut ni Ariel for FEU, but Ariel says that his dad is still a huge inspiration for him to do well here in the Spikers Turf, hoping that his dad could see him and could still be proud of him, even from heaven. Back to you guys.
Absolutely great story, Doreen. Thank you very much for that one. And it's always heartbreaking pagka hindi nagkaroon ng chance for the parent to see where the child will go at nasunod yung dream. But yeah, don't worry, Ariel. Your dad's smiling wherever he is right now. That's long. Siyempre, ang parent, hihirit yan. Ano gusto mo? Ganito, ganyan, ganyan. But at the end, smart parenting says, let your kids follow their own paths.
But that is a debate, you know.
Oh, yeah. Ganda
Oh.
ng dig, sayang. And Cena had one hand on it. I am not sure if two hands would have worked, but the velocity of the ball, the power, hard to tell. Bornell seeing action for the first time. This is Chester Bornell. Boy, they're digging deep
Yeah.
into their bench now.
Yeah, and looking for a right combination, really, to counter this FEU onslaught. Actually, not too far, though, here in the third set.
Actually. Pero ano feeling ni Coach Rod, dinuduyan yung team niya, inaantok eh. Kailangan ng energy. 9-8 ang ating bilang.
But I like their preset, dance move.
May ganda ng choreography.
Whoa! Could be.
You are unreal.
Could be the next Mark Cadado.
Ibang yung not as tall as the others, but quite a flyer. Pag nagkampi sila ni Disquitado, may problema tayo, magkakamukha sila. Si Jade, who's now already with NU, who started playing here with us in the Spikers turf also.
Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa. Then he moved over to Iloilo. In the meantime, what a set. Nakakayang hindi paluin ng maganda, pero good defense on the other side of the floor.
Oh!
Sabi ni Sabado, I love you, Sabado. Kahit buong linggo.
That was Bugawan with his own differential. That fake, that hop.
Bunny hop cute gawin, pero that takes a special talent. Cordelia, however, sends it straight into the net.
Yeah, and you know what's nice about that play is because it takes the blockers off. You know, you think he's going for the quick. You don't see anyone behind him.
Yes,
oh,
correct.
because he's the one who's going to hit. That's not a quick.
Sabado has a very good southpaw stab. And this one, Cadilla is a hot potato. He's a hot customer. Look at this.
I love seeing that. Those second balls, that they hit it from the pipe.
Para siyang gymnast gumalaw, no? Yung para siya magpo-floor exercise. Para siyang Carlos Yulo pag gumalaw. Go good, but read cleanly. This is also rejected. Looks out, but no, it's not quite. We're too far to see. Double contact.
Yeah, the first referee did not think it was a pinball effect. There was a lift on his...
There was a smile on the face of the referee. Sabi ko, parang sinasabi niya, boys, no.
Not this time, not
Not
this
this
time.
time. Kayo naman. Oh, diniinan. It's over. Yup, there's that signal. There's that signal. It's an overreach.
A lower one.
Tsaka wala yung galing sa taas na yan. Kasi pag nabubuto ng mga direktor natin, nakikita natin yung yung signal na lang ng kamay over the net. Anyway, we proceed. 1-point game.
Oh.
13-11 tally here.
You know what you like about FEU also?
What?
Right now, you feel the challenge of the Generals. They like this 6 that's in there. But this 6 for FEU is unfazed. Like every time, okay, we're going to score the point.
This could be their best offensive unit, actually. But it's hindi mga starters ito, ha? In the meantime, we will go with BJ Cabrera, who has sort of stabilized this team here in the third. But he throws it away with a serve that's too long. It's a 2-point lead by Chef on the Diet FEU.
Just when they got it down to a 1-point game.
Andre De Lacana, rather. Hooked by Encina. Battled at the net. Romero. It's elevated.
Oh,
Miss. 1 point game.
that was Delicana, right?
Yep.
You know, that's one person who you see that there's so much potential, but has to work on the efficiency, a lot of hitting errors on his end.
Overpass.
Good stop.
Sabado. Net touch.
Cacao tried to reach for that and got caught clipping the net.
One day, and I hope it's not soon, we'll be digital about that net touch. Iilaw na yan. Diba? You never know. Kasi who would have thought the challenge would be around?
Oh.
Sabi nung lineman, buti na lang, dati ako naglalaro. Nakailag ako. Di mo? Di ba yung lineman? Ayun o, yung reaction niya na lampasan ni Direk. Muntik na ako dun, ha?
He saw his life flash before him. Well, prior to that kill, the Generals had a 4-0 run.
Yes. Good stop. Equally good rejection. Crawler over the net. Flight by BJ. Cacao. Mangaring drops a message. Email is returned. It's a lot of action. And double contact.
Double contact? I would think he would call it if it touched the antenna. I was surprised with that call.
And Cacao was the captain, seeking clarification. The referee is talking to Cacao right now. Because, as our protocol goes, the coaches cannot approach, especially the first referee.
And he really has the power. Like, if he doesn't like the way you're talking to him, yellow card. I mean, he has the power to pull those
But how
cards
can you
up.
get mad with the guy smiling like that?
Well, don't look now. It's tied.
Alam mo po, maliit po ang community ng volleyball. Ang mga coaches dito, dati nila mga kampi yung ibang referee rito. Maliit po ito eh. Like our connection, si Mosi Rabena, dating player ni Mac Ipuela. Asawa ni Mac Ipuela. Kakampi ko sa volleyball. In the meantime, eto na. Second technical break. 1 point lead by Chef on the Diet FEU.
Halos lahat, talaga eh, all out sa training, 100%, nagtiyaga, nagtiis. Kasi lalo na ngayon na mas dinamihan namin yung ensayo at mas hinirapan para magawa namin yung mga hindi namin nagagawa natin. Spiker start na to parang...
Okay, panoorin ng NBA 2K League ADAC Invitational Tournament. Hatid sa inyo na signal nitong November 17 and 18. This weekend na yan. 4:30. Live only on NBA TV Philippines at Pilipinas Live. Ito. Hindi natin alam kung straight sets ito kasi bukang nagising na itong Generals. Nakaharang sila sa net. Here we go. The pickup, the stab, it's in play. Hello. And Bangandan unable to be in the right spot there.
Tough angle on that hit. Padilla.
So, we will work with the serve.
Oh.
It does not go over the net.
But so far, FEU's been doing a good job, even with their errors. When the Generals come close, you know, they
Yeah.
find a way.
Keep them at bay.
Yeah, even just by 1 or 2 now.
Here we go. De Guzman.
Oh.
And a cannonball of a shot down the line.
He looks so light. He makes it look
Yeah,
so easy.
And you're right, absolutely correct of how ginajab-jab ng FEU keeping them, andyan lang kayo, hindi kayo makakalapit. Hello. Good play, but handled well.
Oh.
And a good connection by the defense. Bornell.
Chester Bornell. Great read.
Tatsagain nito. Could things change if the Generals take the lead?
For sure.
Ito, medyo sumisipa pa.
Oh!
And we were saying we're now tied at 18 at a crucial stretch of the third.
And Romero, you know, he has been the go-to guy for the Generals.
Yes.
And what a time for him to come back to life here.
Yes. He's been blocked, he's been dug up, but he's still alive and kicking. Jovi's serve. It becomes a set. Rejected, but reset this time.
Oh, chance.
Beautiful libero work. Both sides play. Oh, good set. But the defense was alert to the ploy. Romero cuts it up. And De Guzman ends up swimming. Look at this. The Generals advance by 1.
And that's your question. We will witness. What is the answer? You know, the problem with that was Cacao ran towards the ball. That caused that miscue for that defense. Oh.
Off to defensive men, and it's a 2-point lead by the Generals. Now, it's really hard to close the set, the match, that is.
Yeah. But this is what we were asking for, that energy from the Generals.
And now we have Sabado replaced by Saavedra. Back now with Juvie Mangaring. Net 3-point lead.
Yeah, that was an overpass, and the set was actually too near the net.
Nabuhayan ng Generals.
Oh.
Pero si Coach Rod, ganun pa rin. The Michael Corleone look. Timeout. Let's listen in to the FEU side.
Madali tulad nun, yung atake na yun, tingnan mo. Paano mo magkakamali? Touching, masyado nakadikit yung bola, parang hindi yung bola sa nagdadap. Receive, dandahan lang. Yes, coach. Atake.
Pero yung spiker, sinasahod lang kayo kanina pa.
Tapos ang palo, mahaba, kailangan diin. Tapos ang set, ganyan. Ganyan ang set eh. Ang atake na ganyan. Wala si timing pareho. Timing ko. Bawi lang. FEU!
Si Coach Orculio, who has also been an assistant sa women's teams. We were teasing each other kanina sa so, ano, Coach, saan mas madali? Babae o lalaki? Pareho lang, sir?
Pareho lang.
21-18. Itong si Cabrera, Romero, at si Mangaring have been steady during this critical run of playing catch-up by the Generals.
And you like that 6, right?
Oh, but that's red hot.
That's what Coach Orculio said. Di kailangan, you know, diin, but just enough topspin, enough power.
Yes, and Saavedra hammering that well. 2-point lead by the Generals. Quick attack, cleanly done. Bornell.
Yeah, what a time for this connection. You can see already the confidence of Burnell.
Pinatay na yung snooze ng iyak eh. Gumising eh. 3-point lead. Doon sa butas, walang tao sa bahay.
They're listening to their coach, right?
Yes.
End lines.
Play a little longer. 22-20, the serve returns to Chef and the Giant. FEU. Saavedra.
Good serve.
And good counter on the set. Hey, Cabrera has been a factor here.
This 6. You know, this energy is what Coach Rod was looking for. He found it. And sometimes you really have to change it, you know? Change the 6, change the cast.
May good days, bad days ang starting 6 mo. Back set. That will crawl on the net. 23-20. Oh, it's on the ground, and it'll cut it down to 2.
That was a tough set.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we talked about his consistency, but that was a huge kill for Delicana. Oh.
That's off the net. Yeah, well done. Israel and Sina brings them, you're going to hear me right, to set point.
Reversal of fortunes.
And here comes that set freeze.
Nawala na receive. Paano? Dalawa yung back. Sige, subukan natin. Ha? Kailangan receive. Tara, sige lang. Let's go! Hey! Drive!
It's a simple message. Receive.
But I like what he said, Coach Argulos. Tara, subukan natin.
At this point, no? Di ba? Ooh, the door just ajar here. Slightly ajar, slightly open. Now we're going to work with Lyric Mendoza and his serve.
At this point, you know, FEU's got to play perfect volleyball.
They don't force it. Chance to attack. And that's going absolutely nowhere for Chef and the Diet FEU. We're going to need the 4th set. It's a very calm approach to this 3rd set win. They know they needed it, but chill lang. Tinahan, dahan-dahan. And who knows where this could go. surprise, surprise. Xentromall Generals come to life in the third set when it looked like they were going to be buried by a straight sets win, an impending win by FEU, but something happened along the way, Noreen.
Yeah, we did say, you know, I think right now, because of the talent of these athletes, so you give them that opportunity. You give them, you know, some new life by, you know, experimenting, wanting to put in your bench players, and that's what can happen.
Yes, exactly.
And what you know is they have momentum. You never know what can happen in the fourth set. Look at the numbers in terms of attacks, still FEU.
Bumalik yung dating sakit ng FEU.
That's it. That's it. That's basically it. The errors.
11 nung first set, second set bumaba sa 7, tapos ngayon ito bumalik na naman sa 14. Okay, so nabuhayan ang Generals because they did not go with their starting lineup actually. They fielded in a couple of subs that clicked. And let's see how far they'll go here. On the other hand, if you're chef in the Diet FEU, well, yun na naman yung sayaw. Direct minsan tsambahan mo yung sayaw ng ng Generals. Sa start lagi ng set yan, meron silang choreography. Para silang para silang mga dancer.
Yeah.
Here we go. Kakao. Nagising na. Nagising na. Alam mo, we always tease each other about 5 sets, 3 sets, huh? And the players don't care. They don't care about our 3-set, 5-set teasing.
Of course, they just want to play. They want to win.
But here's that consistency you're looking for from the IAC game.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of addressed it in the third set, given a different 6. But I like their start there. I mean, they're really taking from that third set win.
Here's the serve that sails in from Glenn Adesir. And FEU takes a step forward with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, for the Generals, not a time to try too hard. You know, I mean,
that's a good point.
The way you were playing in set number 3, you said they just challenged, you know, and eventually they won. So right now, just play like you're enjoying.
Tsaka balik lang ng bola. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bugawan seal on the net.
And that is, for those who don't know, for the new viewers, that is Martin Bugawan, not JP Bugawan. Same effect, eh?
Oh. Here comes those serve problems. But Coach Orculio doesn't care. He wants the players to load up on their serve.
Yeah.
They'll go with that. It's easy to say they got to manage their errors, but they'll keep going to that. Oh, it became a push instead of a strike.
Good pass.
The Guzman. That's a good flight. Clean and clear as day.
That was just great defense from the Guzman.
Watch this.
Perfect. Again, I always like to say textbook volleyball, good pass, good set. That's why the point went to FEU.
They lead by 2.
Whoa.
But Cabrera, kaliwete rin kasi, no? And he was unstoppable on that drive.
And coming off the bench, huh?
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
The third set, right?
Third set lang. Brian J. Cabrera. The serve in play. The Guzman. High up.
Oh.
And Delicana overcooking it.
Back to his old ways. It's more of the timing, really, that he needs to correct.
It's easy to say gigil, eh, no? But sometimes it's a good thing because you want to score quickly. Oh, ganda ng shift. Ganda. Kala ko dito ipadadala sa left side. They went the other way, and they're still in the lead. This is the Tamaraws.
Yeah, that was Drake Saavedra. They brought him in towards the latter part of the third set, but not too much, you know, effect.
That's off the head. Cabrera has been a revelation. Nothing spectacular, huh? Just being steady here. Looked long, but they played.
Strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ginawa ng paraan. It becomes a gentle toss. It's a strike.
Good defense.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
And counter defense. Uh-oh. Na-touch. Parang ano, no? Parang ka nasa EDSA. May bumubusina.
And when that happens, like we're watching the rallies about right, left, right.
Excuse me po.
You're ruining our rhythm here.
But, you know, they'll call it right away. If they see it, that's the way the game is played nowadays.
Obviously, the coaches, especially Coach Arculio, is giving the coaching staff free hand to use the challenges when you deem necessary.
I saw that, I did that game in Chocomucho F2. Talo na F2, biglang the coaches, assistant coach, they challenge natin. Sabi ni Coach Reggie, sure kayo? Sure. And they still got the point. They won it in the end. Might as well. Nothing to lose eh.
Yeah.
Pero ito, 5 apiece in the count. Here we go.
Ooh. Good challenge.
Ito na naman sa ilalim na naman, oh.
And I look at Coach Arculio, he was loading his bench.
Yeah.
Good job, boys.
Yeah. And Chef on the Diet FEU hangs on to a slim 1-point lead here in this fourth.
The leading scorer so far, Codilla with 14 points. Romero, on the other hand, with 6.
Good hand action that time by Lyric Mendoza. He dropped it into a spot where there was really nobody there.
Nobody home. Great read.
7-5. Looked long, but it sailed in. And that's a connection.
It's still Romero for the Generals.
Who's doing a little of everything. Double digits na ba siya?
Not yet, not yet.
Not
7.
Yet.
Oh.
They got the line. And we will take the technical timeout. The first one of this fourth.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Narina Sir Sev, at the start of the conference, sabi sa akin ni Coach Rod that the reason why he's mixing his veteran players with the younger ones is to fast-track yung development ng mga bata on the court ahead of the NCAA volleyball season. And 2 games into the Spikers Turf pa lang, may nakita na daw na visible development si Coach. Una, yung setter nila mas confident na ngayon, mas visible sa posisyon niya with the help of having their veteran attackers. Pangalawa, the seniors for the upcoming season learn firsthand yung maturity and leadership on the court. Dagdag pa ni Coach Rod, having his vets, Mangaring and Encina, really makes his job easier. Dahil bago pa niya sabihin, alam nila agad yung improvements na gustong makita ni Coach in-game. And that is what the Generals hope to leverage here in the crucial stretch of the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Doreen. Ang maganda kasi dito sa Spikers Turf, the different leagues nagko-cross compete. You may not play FEU in your league, but you test yourself against a strong team from another league, which is okay.
Yeah.
And your FEU, sige. Pag yun at yun kasi kalaban mo, sanay ka na eh. So let's try how good we are. And even those teams na are not part of those collegiate ranks. Oh, look at that bullet!
Bogawan once again. But, you know, I agree with you because you always hear coaches try to find scrimmages.
Oh, no, yung natara, friendly. Di ba? Football has a nice term for it, friendly. Because iba yung, practice is practice, di ba? Training is training, and you are sick and tired of killing each other. Di ba? Alam mo na yung gagawin nung second six, so this is a solid hit. And Cena with the hot spike that pierces the defense of FEU.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of sets. You don't mention him often, but that was a beauty. Good serve. Oh.
And it's inside. And Encina says, why was I so far away? Well, can't blame you. You were looking ahead there. 11-7 count.
The accuracy of Saavedra so far here in the 4th set, no? Catching the lines. Very hard to defend.
Yes. Ariel Cacao. Double whammy block. From the pipe we go.
Good dig.
Well done that time by Mangandan, the other libero. Muntik nang hindi abutan yun. Dulo na lang ng set yun. Ito mas malinis. Block, pero out ha. Sabi ni Kakao, huwag niyong papaluin yan.
Do not prolong it.
I've seen many, both men and women, out!
Especially if they're showing they're going to attempt.
Kasi iwanan. Well done. Ganda ng hulog niya.
That's not the first time.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing it smart. Juvie Mangaring.
Piloto eh. Alam na alam niya yung gagawin niya. 12-8 po ang ating bilang dito sa 4th set. If you just joined us, early take of the lead. 2 sets to love. This is a good hit, but played well by Centro, and that's hit out.
Cabrera once again.
The Xentromall Generals getting some dividends with their defense as well.
But Cabrera really is earning his spot here for the Generals.
Setter Page Paglaon is the server. There he is. Handled well. That's Puto, as we call it here in Balu. But short. Saavedra knew it the minute he went down. Nawala yung center of gravity niya eh.
Oh, kasi when he jumped, parang he jumped backwards to adjust to the ball.
One-handed set. Lifted high. Cabrera. De Guzman. Blocked. Denied. Hey, this Bornell has also played well, huh?
He's I think that's his second block on on Martin Bugawan. Sorry.
That's okay. You know my problem, the Laures. I cannot separate them. Pag sumide view, hirap na hirap ako sa dalawang.
Oh, error there.
That's on. Oh boy. That goes out. We're tied at 12. Nanggigigil ang FEU eh.
Well, because of the defense of the Generals.
Yes. Yeah, gigil is perfect. Eh. It's not over-eager. It's not the same. Eh. It's that Filipino element.
Fine.
Over-enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Cut shot. Cabrera. Jonas. No, crossing.
Yeah, I saw that reaction. You know, it was their opportunity to grab the lead.
Players from Letran and Benilde are in a guessing game. When do we play?
When do we start warming up?
Yeah. They've warmed up in the garage, actually. Diba, sa labas, stretching and everything. That's out. That's out. Yeah. Tabla tayo sa 13.
The Generals will not go away.
No, they won't.
That's why they extended the match with the PGJC Navy to 5 sets.
Oo. Lupit. Ang lupit. Ang galing ng FEU maghanap ng buta sa depensa.
Okay, good serve.
And chance, hindi na baon. One hand. Oh, miss hit on the possible dump. Missed by Saavedra. He's missed a couple here in this match. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, well, he was in a hurry to get that ball down.
Manchansila is coming back in. And Sina hits the deck and the bench. Tied at 14. Mendoza gets to it. They shifted the attention to the other side. No blocker inside.
And they made him make up for his previous errors talking about Drix Saavedra.
Sarap din ng creativity sa volleyball. Alam mo yung mga coaches to, ang dami na rin nasulatang napkin ito habang nagmi-meeting itong mga to eh. Long, yes it is. And we are at the second technical timeout mark. 16-14. The question for FEU, but there's a challenge. Wait. There's a challenge. They'll use up all the challenges in this final stretch. It's a question of ball in or ball out.
But you saw it, diba? You called it out.
I hope I'm right, but if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Yeah. I thought we were going to the second technical timeout.
Yeah, that's why I said so, diba? Pero ito, you fight for every point at this juncture.
So, question: you hate it when it's match point 1, then the challenge. How about?
Ito okay lang to. Ito okay lang to. Ooh, it's inside. It's a successful challenge. Eh? So we still are not into the second technical timeout. Sabi ni Coach Rod, thank you. Pero his Michael Corleone look has not changed. No?
The Godfather.
I don't want to get rid of all my enemies. Not everybody, just my enemies.
Oh, that's a good serve.
Labas, and the 16-point belongs to the Xentromall Generals, and a reversal. We'll be back. Watch the NBA 2K League at an invitational tournament presented by Signal this November 17 and 18, 4:30 in the afternoon, live only on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live. Alam mo, in the old days of volleyball, used to be just friends, family, and
Loved ones.
loved ones and significant others. And nowadays, this has changed.
There are fans.
Yes, and they're online as well. Talisayan is back. Blocking is solid for Talisayan. He regains the equalizer at 16 apiece.
What a substitution, bringing him in.
Ganda ng lundag niya, plus yung hand position. He knew where the spike was going. Hindi straight up eh.
He really directed the ball. Good stop there.
Yes, indeed. And a good block. Block again.
Good cover. Oh,
Nowhere to go. This goes through.
that's a smart adjustment. I think that was Romero. Getting blocked. Elude the blocker, go cross. Look at that.
Oh, you can't give up eh.
And the Guzman was there.
Yes, indeed. 1 point lead by the Xentromall Generals. Who have clawed back in this game. Joust and jam at the net. And it is outside.
Yeah, that was clear. Oh, they're going to challenge?
No.
Okay. But you have to credit that to Cacao, keeping that ball in play. That was an overpass, and he kept that ball.
Very good point,
Yeah.
yes. Bugawan is back in. 17-all. Each point painstakingly being registered on the scoreboard because both sides are really scratching and clawing at each other. Hindi gumigive up to sa point kagad Adesir. Oh, he gets that cut.
The sound is like a miss-hit.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it was.
But just enough.
Slice.
Yeah. Actually,
Parang nagluluto ka, mali yata hiwa, pero pwede na.
tama na. Actually, napaganda pa.
Napaganda pa. That's exactly right. 18-17 count here. The one who blinks will lose this game. Each one is looking at each other eyeball to eyeball here.
Well, Manggaling again. How many times has he scored off the drop?
Dumped over. Back row at work. The tap. Everybody flying here. Yes!
Oh,
Bugawan.
it's so dangerous to drop when Bugaon's blocking because he has hang time. Longer than a lot or most of the middle blockers. Look at that.
Tingnan mo nga. Hang time is not yung pagtaas eh. It's how long it takes before you go down.
Because some of the spikers, they'll wait till the blockers are on their way down. But this one, you don't know.
What a set coming from Paige Paglaon.
Boy, this is neck and neck for both these teams.
Parang swimming competition to eh. Patapos na hihit na ng wall eh.
Last push. That's what's critical right now.
The credit the Generals, they did not give up. That's out of reach. And Chef and the Diet FEU trying to seal the deal, which has eluded them in that third.
That was Adesir. We have to mention for FEU, this is not still their starting unit.
They've had to make huge changes, actually. Romero got to it. It's alive.
No overpass.
Hindi nagawang set. Cabrera hooks it over to the back row, but Romero says, I'm here. De Guzman has been a rock-steady libero.
Whoa.
And a red-hot shot coming from Saavedra.
That's huge. That was a huge hit.
At the part of the game, huh?
Oh, by Saavedra, because it's now a 2-point lead for FEU. You know, that's a comfort already with the way things are going.
Yes, that's well said. In the meantime, let's go with Adesir. Glenn Adesir.
Good pass. Oh.
Wala, out of reach yan. Si Juby Mangaring walking away from the scene of the quote-unquote crime. Watch this.
Boy, but you love the confidence they have with this.
Nawala yung swag ngayon ng FEU.
Oo.
Nawala yung confidence. 21-20 po ang ating bilang. Tamaraw still in the lead though. This is solid. This is a great off-the-bench player. Talisayan, Gelord.
Yeah, but Bugawan really sold that. Got the blockers to commit.
Dalawa ang lamang ng FEU pero hindi nakakasiguro ang Tamaraws yet. Dahil si Cabrera ay lumipad. The reverse. And this could be the turning point. A 3-point lead at this critical stage. And here comes a timeout requested by Coach Palmero.
Sunod lang tayo. Sinasabi ko na sa inyo, hanapin niyo yung sinasabi ko na doon ka, tauhin mo yun. Kaya ako sinasabing, doon ko nakikita yung galaw ng set nila eh. O ilang beses ang pumalo ng dos yun, 2 beses na. Dapat nakita niyo sino yung blocker mo. Tingnan niyo mabuti yung set, ha? Sa magandang receipt, sa magandang receipt. Let's go! 3-3. Sa Xentromall! Basta na lang.
Tayo po ay nasa home stretch ng 4th set. As to whether there's a 5th, remains to be seen. If you're FEU, Chef on the Dine, sabi niya, uwi na tayo. If you're the Generals, why? Why? We want to play.
We ain't done yet.
And they score their 21st point, 23-21.
Important serves right now for
Yes.
Minya.
Minya will serve. The set, the attack, solid, and we arrive at match point.
Well, he's been huge for FEU, talking about Drix Saavedra, no? Here in the 4th set.
FEU at match point. Solid. Oh, good stopping. Saavedra. Talisayan. And he has been such a valuable player coming off of the bench of FEU. And wow, that's a hard win for FEU here today. This Xentromall IAC team did not give up until the very end.
Yeah, you like the challenge that they gave. They even won a set, and here in the 4th set, they could have. But FEU, we have to give it to them. You know, had the right scores, right stops. I mean, good all-around game for FEU.
They finally learned how to finish it off because who could have imagined what happened if they extended IAC to a 5th set or IAC forced the 5th. We'll be back to wrap up this game, and Doreen is going to talk to our best player.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. They may be chef on a Diet FEU, but they're certainly not on a diet when it comes to winning here in the Spikers Turf, as FEU gets their 3rd win here in the conference. And I'm here with the best player of the game, Martin Bogaon. Martin, congratulations on the win. Pag-usapan muna natin yung fight back ng Xentromall sa 3rd and 4th set. Paano yung naging pag-uusap nyo with a coach, with your teammates, that allowed you guys to keep your composure, your discipline, especially in that crucial stretch?
Ang ginawa lang po namin is bumalik lang po kami sa una namin ginawa na hustle lang lagi at all out lang lagi. Yung, kaya nakuha nila yung 3rd set kasi medyo yung kami, medyo naglaylo kasi kami kaya medyo nakuha nila yung composure nila. So, binawi lang namin yun sa 4th set and then nakuha na namin.
Martin, pagpunta mo dito, sabi mo, uy, Bogawan ulit yung POG. Kasi laging POG si JP Bogawan. But I want to talk about paano ka ba tinutulungan ni JP to be better in your role as middle blocker?
Actually po, every time na natatapos yung game namin, laging nagme-message sa akin si Kuya na kung ano yung mga dapat kong gawin, ano yung mga dapat kong i-improve sa mga susunod na laban. And ina-assess niya ako every game. Yun lang.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you and congratulations again, Martin. Excited kami makita pa kung anong gagawin ng FEU as you guys charge forward to your next few games. But for now, we send it over to you, Noreen and Sir Seb.
Only Doreen Suay Baguio can get away with it.
Aww. I knew it. I knew it.
Diba? Pag si Sir Seb ang nakaupo, lahat ng ano yun, napapansin. Diba? Okay, ito final card. Gusto ko yung fight back ng Xentromall nung 3rd.
That's why they won the set. We thought after the first 2 sets, we thought this could have gone just straight sets. But we always say, you know, at this point in the sport of volleyball, there's a lot of talent all around, here and there, everywhere. So, you know, you give them that chance to come back, they'll grab it. And Xentromall Generals just showed us exactly that. And even in the 4th set, they challenged. So you can see that they were learning throughout this match. That's the process that Coach Rod obviously is instilling in the boys. And although they lost, it was a great showing for Xentromall.
Absolutely. And coming up next, we've got actually the final look pala at the set numbers.
Yeah, it was close.
Nabawasan, no?
Yung errors, no? That made all the difference, really, is the lesser errors. And if you're FEU, one thing you have to learn when you look back in this match is the sets that you commit less errors, you look better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said by Noreen Go. It's a Noreen Doreen day, and we are still not done. Our team, we've got an NCAA battle here coming up involving Letran as well as the College of St. Benilde. Of course, they are sponsored by our great supporters of the Spikers. We'll get to that very shortly.